Welcome back. Today we are going to be making mixed CDs for my friends instead of doom scrolling. We're going to be choosing the songs, burning the CDs, decorating the CDs, and then mailing them out. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go. Come on, come on. Okay, so I already texted my friends and asked them to send me 6 songs that they really like. Obviously, I'm going to put those 6 songs on the CD, but I'm also going to use those 6 songs as like a basis and a foundation of inspiration so that I can choose maybe 10 more songs to go on each CD. But then once I have all of the songs, here's what I think the hardest part is when it comes to making a mix CD or even a playlist. You really want the songs to flow from one into the next really organically. So I'm going to be listening to the beginning and the ending of each of these songs a lot so that I can order all of the songs on the mix CD in a way that flows really well. So let's go ahead and look at the songs that they sent me. Okay, so what I've done is I've put each person's 6 songs that they sent me in bold, and then in regular text I put some more songs that I think might work well based on the songs they sent me, and also just based on, they're my friends, so I know sort of what songs that they like already. So now what I'm going to do is basically just finalize the songs that I know I want to be on their mix CD. After that, again, comes what I think is the hardest part, which is deciding the order of the songs and making sure that they flow really well from one into the next. So, as you may know, laptops don't usually come with CD ports anymore, so if you want to listen to a CD or burn a CD from your laptop, then you will need some sort of external device like a DVD writer or a CD writer. Luckily for me, I already owned one of these because I was a public school teacher for 5 years and a lot of my curriculum was on CDs. But if you don't have one already, I'm sure you could find one at your local tech store or Best Buy or whatever you have in your area. I think they're usually around $20, maybe a little more or less, just depending. But listen to this sound from my childhood. All right, I got cold, so I put on a sweatshirt, but I just wanted to update you. I finished 2 of the CDs, and the third one, I think, just finished as well. Oh, there it is. All right, so third and final CD has now been burned. So the next step in this process would be to decorate the CDs. I'll probably handwrite with a Sharpie all of the song titles in order onto the CD, but I also want to make some cover art for the front, which is very bold because I'm not really artistic like that, but I do want to at least attempt to make some cover art for the inside of the CD cover. And then I'll also probably make a track list to go in the back cover of the CD as well. But to be honest with you, it's getting dark and I'm getting very tired, so I think I'm gonna stop here and do the artwork tomorrow. So I'll catch back up with you in the morning. Mwah. Okay, we are now on day 2 of this project of making mix CDs for my friends. So what I wanted to do next was make the cover art for the mix CDs, but I wanted one of these CD covers to measure and make sure I was making the cover art in the right size. And then I thought, why don't I just get my entire CD collection from my car? I do keep all of my CDs in my car, and we'll do like a little impromptu CD tour. Okay, I just sorted them a little bit so that they're at least in similar genres for me to show to you. I was a music major in college, so I do have some classical music in here. I have a Chris Bodie CD, The Best of Bach, Kenny G. Yep, Kenny G. And I have one movie soundtrack. It's for Moulin Rouge. Amazing movie. As for world music, I have 3 CDs. One is accordion music from Paris. One is mariachi music, and this particular mariachi group is fully female, so I really like that about this CD. You should actually listen to it if you have any interest in mariachi music. And then my other world music CD is traditional music from Pakistan. Okay, now let's get into pop music. I have 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars, 1989 by Taylor Swift, In the Lonely Hour by Sam Smith, 21 by Adele, 21. Come Away With Me by Norah Jones. This is one of the very first CDs I ever owned. And the reason I started really loving Norah Jones is because she had either one song or 2 songs in The Princess Diaries, and that was one of my absolute favorite movies growing up. So that's what introduced me to Norah Jones, and I still love Norah Jones to this day. I've got a Christina Aguilera album that's completely in Spanish. I've got All the Way, A Decade of Song by Celine Dion. I've got Believe by Cher. That's a special one right there. And I've got Shania Twain's Greatest Hits. So those are my CDs that actually have cases on them. I want to show you the short stack too that I don't have cases for anymore. But I have the Ultimate Song Collection from Disney. This was one of my favorite CDs to listen to when I was growing up. I've got a Backstreet Boys CD, and when I was growing up, we had a Backstreet Boys concert on VHS, and I think it might still be at my dad's house. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. I've got Taylor Swift's debut album. This was also, along with the Norah Jones CD, this was one of the first CDs I ever owned, and so was this, Coco by Colby Kylie. All 3 of these have skips in them now, like when you're listening to them and it skips ahead a couple seconds, which is really devastating, but I mean, it just shows that it's a well-loved CD. I also have Back to Black by Amy Winehouse, The Best of the Beach Boys. I have 2 Chieftains CDs. One of them just says The Chieftains 8. I guess that's the name of the album. And then this one is The Wide World Over, also by the Chieftains. I've got The Perks of Being a Wallflower movie soundtrack. I've mentioned The Perks of Being a Wallflower before, but I really loved that book and movie when I was in high school. And if you know me in real life, you will know about this CD. But when I was really little, a dog attacked me and bit part of my ear off. And then I had to get plastic surgery on it. And I also got stitches. And we had to go back to the doctor 2 times to get all of the stitches removed. And I really hated the sensation of getting my stitches removed. So both times we went, my mom bribed me and said we could go to Toys R Us after getting my stitches out. And I think the first time I bought Barbie roller skates, which were pink, and then the second time I bought this book about dinosaurs that came with this CD, and each song on it is about a different type of dinosaur. I don't know why I chose this because I don't think I was particularly interested in dinosaurs or even science when I was a kid, but I don't know. It's just one of those weird things about childhood, I guess. I don't know what to say. But I do love listening to this CD like once a year maybe because it's just, I don't know. I think it's really weird and funny. But yeah, that is my impromptu CD collection. I do also have a ton of mix CDs. Well, maybe not a ton, but I do have quite a few. So I can maybe show those at some point, but that's not the purpose of this video. So let's go ahead and actually get to the cover art because that's what we're supposed to be doing right now. Okay, now the thing about making the cover art is I don't actually have empty CD cases, and I'm truly not even sure if you can buy them anymore, but to be honest, even if you can buy them, I don't think I want to buy them because I have these right here that I can just repurpose for the mix CD. I don't know. I just feel like I'm contributing to a bigger problem if I go out and buy new CD cases. So I think I'd rather just reuse some of these, especially ones that I might not listen to as much anymore. And I only need 3 of them. And I will keep the inside cover. So it's not like I'm getting rid of something I can never have ever again. So let me go through and find some that I wouldn't mind not having the case for. Okay, I'm going to use the Christina Aguilera in Spanish one, the Sam Smith one, and the Chris Bodie one. And like I said, I am still going to keep the covers, like the front cover and the back cover. I just want to use the plastic part. That's what I want to reuse. So I'm going to go ahead and take all the covers out. Okay, now we have 3 empty CD cases. So let me get some paper. Oh, I actually have cardstock, so let me do this on cardstock and be all fancy. Okay. So now I'm just going to trace this onto the cardstock so that I know I have the right size, and then we can get to actually decorating the cover art for these CDs. Okay, this is the part that I am the most nervous about. I've been saying I want to draw some cover art, but how can I say this in a non-deprecating way? I just don't draw often, and I'm not sure that I have a natural talent for drawing, but I can follow directions. So I think I'm just going to look up those how to draw videos on YouTube and find a really simple one and just do my best. So here's what I'm hoping to draw. On this person's CD, I was feeling like some country undertones in the music choices. And one of the songs that she specifically asked for is Cowboy Like Me by Taylor Swift. And she has also specifically told me that she wants to get a cowboy tattoo. Sorry, a cowboy boot tattoo. So I think on this one, I'm going to try to draw a cowboy boot. On this person's, well, she was our friend who really loved horses growing up, and I put a song on her CD that she did not explicitly ask for, but I wanted to put a song from the Flicka movie soundtrack because Flicka is like a horse movie from when we were kids. And so I put Wild Horses by Natasha Bedingfield on there, so I think I'm going to try to draw a horse, a very simple horse, probably just like the head of a horse, not the whole body. And then on the last one, this person actually just finished nursing school like a month ago and is starting her first nursing job, I think this week or next week. So I think I'm going to try to draw a nurse on hers. So that's the plan. Now let's actually try to draw these things. Wish me luck. I wanted to talk a little bit about why I'm making these mix CDs specifically instead of doom scrolling. So I gave up short form social media in September of 2025, and it's been about 5 months maybe. And I've made a video on this channel before about how to quit doom scrolling, and for me personally, the answer is that you have to have something else to do instead of doom scrolling. If you go from 8 hours of screen time a day to 5 hours of screen time a day, you have essentially uncovered 3 extra hours in your day. And 3 hours is actually a really long time if you're just sitting there with nothing to do, because you're just going to get really bored and uncomfortable, and then you're going to pick your phone back up and start doom scrolling again. So again, for me, the answer has been to make sure I have genuinely enjoyable things to do with that extra time that I have on my hands. And notice how I said genuinely enjoyable things. You do not have to fill up your extra time with catching up on house chores that you've been procrastinating. You do not have to start a business. You do not have to do something productive. You can do those things if you want to. I do those things sometimes too. But it is just as valuable to spend that time doing something fun, or indulging in something you really enjoy. Investing in a non-monetized hobby like coloring in a coloring book or starting to write an ACOTAR fan fiction, that is just as worthy and just as valuable as catching up on your house chores. Using your brain and your hands to create something tangible and to be present in this real world instead of the alternate unreality of your social media feed is inherently valuable whether you make money from it or not, whether you're building up transferable skills or not. So really the question is not how do I quit doom scrolling? The question is what would I want to be spending my time doing if I had more time in the day? Welcome to day 3 of making CDs for my friends. Or is it a seance? Just kidding, it's not a seance. I just wanted to light some candles. I think I'm gonna add some sparkles or just little details to these CD covers that I made yesterday, just because they're looking a little empty. I don't know. I just feel like it'll have a little more pizzazz and whimsy if I add some sparkles, you know? So I'm gonna do that. And then we are going to write the track list so that it can be on the back cover of the CD case. I think I might go a little crazy and just draw it straight on with marker instead of doing pencil first, which is very bold of me, I will say. Yikes. But let this be a reminder that you don't have to be like super good at things to participate them and have a good time doing it. Ooh. Okay, I wrote her name on it and added some sparkles, so I think this looks a little bit better, hopefully. So I was thinking the other day, I'm actually not even sure that the people I'm making these CDs for have a way to listen to CDs. My nursing friend, I think for sure still has a CD player in her car, but my other 2 friends have newer cars, and not all cars come with CD players anymore, so I honestly don't even know that they're gonna be able to listen to these CDs. But I think it's fine because I think receiving a mixed CD is still really exciting and enjoyable, whether you can actually listen to it or not. And if they cannot listen to it, I can literally just put this in a Spotify playlist. I personally do not pay for a Spotify subscription anymore. I canceled it a few months ago. But I'm not so regimented about it that I can't make the playlist for them on my free Spotify account and then share it with them. So it'll be fine either way. And I think they will appreciate having the physical CD and the cover art, whether or not they can actually listen to it. And who knows, maybe they have some sort of CD player or like one of those newer record players that has like an iPod dock or an aux cord or a CD player, one of those newer ones. I feel like I need to add something else to this cowboy one. I wrote Cowboy Like Me on it because that song is on the CD and it was a big inspiration for drawing this cowboy boot in the first place. So there's that. And then for the horse one, I think I'm gonna write Wild Horses at the top because that is a song that's on this CD and it also inspired me to draw the horse on the front. Okay, I feel like I might actually need to pencil this one out. Oh, luckily I have a pencil. Okay, I definitely have a vision for this, but wow, good thing I did that in pencil. YOLO. Okay, still needs more color. I do not know if that was the move, but this is marker, so we're committed. I'm not sure that this turned out the way I envisioned in my head. I was really going for like a big font that got smaller and then got bigger again, and I did do that. I just think something is off about it. But it's markers, so we're done. Okay, maybe I'll actually draw some more sparkles. Okay, that was really big for no reason. Okay, there we go. I think it's much better with the sparkles. Okay. Last step is to write out the track list for each CD. So I'm gonna do that, and then I will show you the final reveal of the official mix CDs. Okay. Okay, guys, it is time for the final reveal. Unfortunately, I have this really big pimple on my face. But I really just wanted to go ahead and film this and not wait until it goes away. So the show must go on, you know? I can't wait a week for this to fully heal, okay? All right, here is the grand reveal. So CD number 1 is Cowboy Like Me. When you open it up, you can see the CD, of course. And the CD has all the songs written on it in track order, just because I love the way that it looks when CDs have writing directly on them, so I knew I wanted to do that. And then on the back cover, I have a track list of all the songs. Okay, so let's go through the track list this way. The songs that she asked for specifically are number 1, Robbers by the 1975, number 3, Cowboy Like Me by Taylor Swift, number 4, Maine by Noah Kahan, number 5, Hammer by Hannah Vu, number 8, Blue by Zach Bryan, number 10, Angles by Lucy Dacus. I added track 2, Jackie and Wilson by Hozier, just because I thought it went well with Robbers by the 1975. And me and this friend also really liked Hozier when we were in high school. I added number 6, Open Season by High Highs, just because I personally like this song, especially from our high school time period. Track 7, Rivers and Roads by The Head and the Heart. This was a song that we really liked, I think, around college time. Number 9, Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain. I put this on here because this CD to me had some country undertones in it, so I wanted to add some country music. And this one's just an absolute classic, and it really surpasses the country genre. Like, it is bigger than country. I added track 11, Put Your Records On by Corinne Bailey Rae, again because I thought it just went well with the other songs. Now, the last 5 tracks on this mix CD, I just put on there because I felt like it matched well, but also I personally really like these songs. Track 12, You on My Arm by Leith Ross. I actually didn't know about Leith Ross before doing this project, but I watched their video on, it was a video about quitting social media, I think, and that just came up on my YouTube homepage. So I wanted to watch that video, and then when I clicked on the profile, it was actually a musician. And I found this like the day before I made this mix CD, so I wanted to put something from that artist on one of the mix CDs, so I put it here. Track 16, Colors Change by Tank and the Bangas. Honestly, I don't think that it necessarily goes well with the other tracks, but I just love the song so much, especially the ending part of the song. So I just really hope that this person really ends up liking that song too. So that is Cowboy Like Me. Let's go to Wild Horses. So here is the final cover for Wild Horses, this mix CD. And same thing, when you open it up, it has all the songs written directly on the CD, and the back cover has the track list. So let's talk about the track list. So this person asked specifically for track number 1, Vodka Cranberry by Conan Gray, track number 2, Landslide by the Chicks, track number 5, For Good by Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth, track 7, Shy by Renee Rapp, track 10, Baby Steps by Olivia Dean, and track 16, Actor by Conan Gray. And I do want to say that I'm so glad that this person asked specifically for Landslide by the Chicks, because that is a track that I would have put on at least one of these CDs had it not been asked for specifically. So I'm really glad she just went ahead and asked for that one. As for the tracks I added, so track 3, Wild Horses by Natasha Bedingfield, I put that because it's in the Flicka movie soundtrack, this song is, and this friend really liked horses growing up, so I wanted to put at least one song from the Flicka movie soundtrack because it's a horse movie. And then that song also ended up being what inspired the cover art for this mix CD. Track number 4 is Bound to You by Christina Aguilera. I put this because me and this friend really liked the movie Burlesque when we were growing up, so I wanted to put at least one song from that soundtrack. Number 6, Honey by Taylor Swift. I added this because this friend and this friend actually came to visit me in October, I think it was, and we listened to that song a lot on the trip. I'm not sure why, but we listened to that a lot. So I put that track on here just to be reminiscent of that trip. Number 8, Red Wine Supernova by Chappell Roan. I mean, that's just a good song, so I added it on here and I thought it worked well with the others. Number 9, A Night to Remember by Biba Doobie and Lave. I added this just because I really like this song, so I hope that person does too. Track 11, Summertime Sadness by Lana Del Rey. I don't know, Lana Del Rey is just another artist that I think we really liked in high school, so it felt right to put something by her on this mix CD. Track number 12, which is Eyes on Fire by Blue Foundation, and track number 14, Flightless Bird American Mouth by Iron and Wine. Those are both songs from the first Twilight movie, and this person and this person, we all really liked the Twilight movies in high school, and honestly, even still now. Not gonna lie. So I put 2 songs from the Twilight movie soundtrack on there. Number 13 is Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift and the Civil Wars. So this person really likes Taylor Swift, which is, again, why I put track 6 on there, Honey by Taylor Swift, but I knew I wanted to put something else by her. And for some reason, I just felt like I remembered her liking this song specifically, even though it's not like your typical go-to Taylor Swift song. And then track 15, The Stable Song by Gregory Alan Isakov. Not sure how to pronounce that. That is just a song that I like specifically, and I thought it worked well with the other songs that are at the end of the track list. So that is Wild Horses. And last one for the final reveal. This is my friend who just finished nursing school and is about to start her very first nursing job. Again, here's the track list written directly on the CD, and then the back cover also has a track list as well. So let's talk about this person's track list. Okay, so this person asked specifically for track number 1, Take It Easy by the Eagles. Track number 5, You and I by Lady Gaga. Track number 8, Make Me Feel by Janelle Monáe. Track number 9, Pressure by Ari Lennox. That's probably my favorite song that I didn't already know that was suggested by my friends for this whole project. Track number 11, Imagine by Ariana Grande. And track number 14, Writings on the Wall by Sam Smith. So track number 2 is Lights by Journey. That's a song that I like, and I thought it worked well with the other songs at the beginning of the track list. Track number 3 is PYT by Michael Jackson. I'm pretty sure this person really likes Michael Jackson, so I wanted to put a Michael Jackson song in here. Track number 4 is Got to Get You Into... Oh no, I wrote the title wrong. I just now realized that. No. I might have to fix that in pen. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't found a typo before now. Anyway, track number 4 is supposed to say Got to Get You Into My Life by Earth, Wind & Fire. I knew I wanted to put an Earth, Wind & Fire song on this person's mix CD because when we were in high school, we were both in marching band. And I think it was our senior year of high school, we did a field show that was all Earth, Wind & Fire songs. So because Earth, Wind & Fire is sort of sentimental for us and our friendship, I wanted to put one of the songs from our field show on this mix CD. So I chose that one, and I feel like the first 4 tracks sort of go together really well. Track number 6, I Just Might by Bruno Mars. This is Bruno Mars's newest song. Bruno Mars was this friend's, I think, her celebrity crush growing up. I'm not sure, but she does really like Bruno Mars still to this day. She used to have a Bruno Mars poster, so I think she definitely, surely had somewhat of a crush, right? I don't know. I'm assuming. Track number 7, Pink by Janelle Monáe and Grimes. That's a song that I just know this person already likes, so I put that on there. Number 10, Bending My Rules by Flo. So this person really likes Destiny's Child, so maybe I should have put some Destiny's Child on here, I'm not sure. But Flow, I think, is a newer girl group, and this person specifically said that she thinks Flow is very reminiscent of Destiny's Child, and she introduced me to Flow, and Bending My Rules is my favorite song by Flow, so that's why I put that on this CD. Track number 12, Will You Lie by Sailor, and track number 13, BAD by Denise Julia and Pilo. Those are just songs that I really like, and I felt like they worked well with the other songs on this track list. Track number 15, Pray by Sam Smith. I know this person really likes that song, so I put that on there too. And then track number 16, Teenage Dream by the Glee Cast. I knew I wanted to put something by the Glee Cast on this person's mix CD because she just really liked Glee when we were growing up. So I knew I wanted to pick at least one song from their massive discography and put it on this track list. So that's what I did. And those are the final CDs. That is the grand reveal. And the last thing really is just to pack them up. All of these friends don't live in my city, so I don't see them very often. Maybe 2 times a year I get to see them. So I am going to have to pack these up very carefully because obviously these are breakable. So I don't want them to get broken in transit. But yeah, the final step in this project is just to mail these out. And then we're done. This actually was such a huge project. It took so much time, like way more than I expected it to take. So I'm glad we are coming to the end. Not that it wasn't fun. It was very, very fun. But, you know, just the joy and excitement of finishing a project. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's basically the finished product. If you watched this far into the video, thank you so much. You are the same type of nerd that I am, I think, if you watch this far into the video. So I feel like we're friends now. Are we? Maybe I'm coming on too strong. But anyway, if you are looking to get off your phone a little bit more this year in 2026, if you want to stop doom scrolling so much or stop doom scrolling period, then I think this is a fantastic project that you can do. If this feels like too big of a project for you, you can just sit down and like make a playlist for somebody. It doesn't actually have to be on a CD. If you feel like you're not artistic, I mean, me too, but also you don't have to make cover art. Like you can just burn this stuff on a CD and give them the CD. You don't have to do anything special. There are no rules, okay? There are no rules. And if you are artistic, this could be taken to a whole different level than what I did. And not only that, but it's something to foster your relationships and to show care for your friends or for your family members, your partner, whoever you want to make a CD for. Just have fun with it and enjoy being in the real world. Enjoy being off your phone for a little while. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you watched to the very end, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!